All right, hello, fourth graders. So we are on lesson 55 in math today, prime and composite numbers. Here's that. So you are going to be taking notes, page 351 to 358. All right, so the following, I'll show you. The following numbers are multiples of 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Multiples are numbers that you multiply by 6, and you get these numbers. The multiples of any counting number are the products we get when we multiply the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So list the first four multiples of 7. Okay, so the first four multiples of 7 are going to look like this. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. And 7 times 4 is 28. So the first four multiples are 7, 14, 21, and 28. So these are multiples of 7. Okay. What is the fourth multiple of 6? Okay. Here's a fun way to do that. All you do is 6 times 4. So 24 is the fourth multiple of 6. Beautiful. What is the third multiple of 8? So same thing, except 3 this time. 8 times 3 is also 24. So 24 is the third multiple of 8. All right, so 12, the next question. 12 is a multiple of which whole number? So a multiplication table might be able to help. You can circle where you find 12. Let me get mine out, and I'll switch to a pencil. My eraser. So I'm going to find 12 all over my multiplication chart. So you are welcome to do the same on yours to help you. So obviously the top are not part of this. So you can go to the second row, and the third row, fourth row. Then I just kind of go through it. Okay, and then you can circle this one if you want. Obviously, 12 is a multiple of itself because 12 times 1 is 12. Okay, so the numbers that it's the multiple of are going to be up here. So you got to look up to see where they are. Except for this one, you go over. Actually, I'll flip that for you guys. So if we have it here, we go up as well. So 12 is a multiple of these numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then 12. Or, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Those are what, and yeah, and 12 as well. You can circle that too. Okay, so 12 is a multiple. So we would write 12 is a multiple of, and then you would list it 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So all of those are multiples of 12. All right, so in our last example, we found that 12 is a multiple of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Each of the numbers is a factor of 12. On a multiplication table, the factors are here and here. So factors, factors. All right. So you can find factors by forming arrays. So you've done a little bit with this. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. So we can find factors by forming, these are examples of arrays. Here we show 3 arrays for 12. So 1 row, 12 stars, 2 rows of 6 stars, or 3 rows of 4 stars. This is another way with boxes. You can do it with items. Use 24 counters or tiles to form different ways to show factors of 24. So we're going to just draw 24. So I know that 24 is a multiple of 4. So I'm going to do 4 rows. I already know that it will be 6 in each row here, but there's other ways to do that as well. So we have 4 rows of 6 dots. Okay, so we're not gonna have you guys do that part. All right, list the 4 factors of 6. So this is where we look at 6 and see what factors. So you can use your multiplication chart again, this time to find the factors of 6. So there's one pair of factors, 3 and 2. Oh, 2 and 3, that's the same factor pair. Then let's look. Oh, so we have 1 and 6. But we don't have anything else. Okay, so if we were to list those, it would be 1. So 1 times 6, 2 times 3, 3 times 2, 6 times 1. But if you notice, some of them are repeat. So now we just want to make a list. So the factors, and we don't need to use the same numbers. So the factors of 6 are 1, so I've used 1, 2, okay, use 2, 3, use 3, and then 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 6 are the factors of 6. Now we're going to find the factors of 9. So the factors are the numbers you multiply to get a product. We know that part should be a review. So I can use my chart to help me. As always, I know it's going to be 1 and 9. And then I'm going to just start looking for 9 in my multiplication table. There's 9. I don't see 9 anywhere else. So I have 1 and 9, and I need to look to see what the factors are. 3 and 3. Okay, so I'm going to write those down. So we have 1 times 9 is 9, and we have 3 times 3 is 9. All right, so this factor pair, we start with 1, cross it off, and then we have 3, so we've used 3, so we don't need to put it twice. And then we have 1, 3, and 9 are the factors of 9. And list the factors of 7. Okay, so the factors of 7. Gonna leave 1 because we know that's gonna be 1 and 7. Now let's see. Well, I don't see any 7s in the middle. So my only factors of 7 are 1 times 7. So 1 times 7, so 1 and 7. I'm going to rewrite the definition. So factors are the numbers we multiply, whereas products are the answer to a multiplication problem. Okay, so those are factors and products. This is a review. We've done this already, but I wanted to remind you. All right, so in a previous example, we found that the number 7 has only 2 products. Okay, so number 7 is called a prime number. So I'm going to put 7 as an example. There are others that we'll talk about. So a prime number is a counting number that has exactly two factors. So this is a counting number with exactly 2 factors. So the only factors of 7 are 1 and 7. So that makes it a prime number. 5 is another example. The only factors of 5 are 1 and 5. That's it. So this is weird. So the number one is special. Number 1 is not prime because it only has 1 factor. numbers 2 and 3 are prime because the only factors are 2 are 1 and 2, 3 are 1 and 3. So some more prime numbers are 2 and 3. So these are also prime. 1 is not prime. 1 is just kind of its own special number. 4 is not a prime number because it has 3 factors. So 4 is called a composite number. So these are a little bit different than odd and even numbers, right? Because 2 is even, but it's still a prime number. So a composite number is a number with more than 2 factors. Okay, so 4 is a composite. I'm going to list the factors of 4 underneath. So 1, 2, 4. 4 is called a composite. 9. 9 is an example. Even though it's an odd number, it has 3 factors, 1, 3, and 9. Right? That would be a composite number. I am out of space. All right, so we're going to think about which of these is a prime number. All right, so 8. So we're going to find 8 on our chart. So we know 1 and 8. We're going to look in the middle. If we find it in the middle, it's going to be composite. Okay, so I found it once. We already know it's composite. Let's see if we see it again. Oh, there it is again. Okay, so the factors of 8 are 1 and 8, 4, 2, 2, 4. So let me list those. Factors of 8. So 1 times 8, 2 times 4, 4 times 2. They all give us 8. So the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8 itself. Okay, so those are the factors. So that would be a composite number. So it's a composite number. 9. We've already did that. 9 is a composite number. All right, 10. Okay, I'm going to keep my 1 circled. Go ahead and circle my 10. All right, so we got 10 here. So we know it's composite because I've already circled one in the middle. There's another one. And that is all. So 10 is going to be composite. So factors of 10, we did 1 times 10. And if you look, it's 5 times 2, 5 times 2. All equal 10. So our factors are 1, 2, 5, and 10. So 10 is a composite number. And then we have 11. And let's look for 11. So we know 1 and we know 11. Is there 1 anywhere in your multiplication charts in the middle? There's no more 11, so it's only 11 and 1. So because there are exactly 2 factors, 11 would be a prime number. So 11 is prime. Because 1 and 11 are the only factors. Okay. So remember, we learned 2 things today. Multiples, prime and composite numbers. So our multiples are just basically when we sing our multiplication songs. Those are the multiples of that number. And prime numbers are numbers with only 2 factors. Composites have more than 2 factors. So you are going to complete pages 356 to 358, the odd problems today. All right. Bye. Have a good weekend.